And then we got a story out of Buffalo. Hamburg. I ate at a Chinese restaurant in Northport, and I was very suspicious. I'm not suspicious anymore because of this story coming out. Hamburg, New York, it's a suburb of Buffalo. Health officials shut down a suburban Buffalo restaurant after an inspector found employees butchering a
Chuchi?
An onion? I'm hoping. A piece of soy?
Yes.
A dumpling?
I have a feeling when I say what it was.
A nice marbled piece of beef.
I say a lot of people are not eating breakfast when I give the next line here.
Who's eating Chinese food for breakfast?
Exactly.
An inspector found employees butchering a dead deer inside the business.
Ah, okay. So instead of using beef in their beef and broccoli, they're using deer.
That's right. Welcome to Uncle Ted's Chinese restaurant. We got venison patties. We got venison rolls.
Venison rolls.
That's right. We got venison dumplings. We got bullet drinks. All right, Ted, we get it. You're right. We're wrong.
Everything's about your hunting. We get it, Ted.
You use every part of the animal. You use the horns as hats. We know.
Jimmy, speaking of Ted, you're not going to believe this, but the owner's name is Ted.
Of course it is.
Teddy?
It's my establishment.
Teddy Wong?
Teddy
Wang? Teddy Wong?
Ted owns
Tommy Wong?
Ted owns China King.
My little black book. His name was in there. Teddy Wang. Hey, F and Charlie Chan. Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead deer inside the business. The health department officials.
Opie?
They got a tip Friday about a dead deer in the China King restaurant.
Yeah.
An inspector soon arrived and saw the deer being butchered in the kitchen. They were using deer in their dishes. Cool. I'm telling you, I ate at a place in Northport, and I just knew as I was eating this thing, I lasted one bite, and I went, oh, my God, this is not chicken.
You know something?
I have no idea what it was, but I have no doubt that it was something that you're not supposed to be eating unless you're really hungry and really poor.
I've had beef and broccoli at some point that tasted and smelled like horse. It like I was like, this smells like a horse, and I threw it away.
It just tastes and smells slightly gamey, and you're like, there's no way this is chicken.
Mom always said, when in doubt, throw it out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. My dad always said, when it smells like cologne, leave it alone. It smells like fish, a tasty dish.
Officials don't know where the deer had been whether the deer had been killed by a hunter or a vehicle. Might have been a roadkill deer. They said there was no indication that deer meat was served to any customers. The message on the restaurant's answer machine Monday says it was closed because of family emergencies.
Yes, the deer's family wanted the body back. And there was an indicator that they served it in dishes. They were carving it up in the kitchen. That's an excellent indicator that it was served in dishes.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell you think they were doing?
Excuse me, there's an antler in my miso soup.
You ever have venison?
No. Not to my knowledge. Apparently I have. I didn't realize it.
Who knew?
Hey, there's a hoof in my wonton soup. Can I have my money back? That's not a hoof. It's a hard wonton. That's exactly how they sound in a Chinese restaurant.
Of course, because,
being accurate.
Wouldn't it be fun to be able to actually do the accent and then talk about the deer being in there and perhaps some other game being in the food, make a whole little bit of it? But, of course, they would be so offended.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that.
Because John Lou's a wimp. Glenn in Jersey, how are you? And John Lou won't come on our show to discuss this.
Of course.
I just want to discuss this. Like two human beings with intelligent brains.
I missed the English word for a bathroom. Why don't you come on to our show? I showed him.
We've had many requests to have John Lou come on and explain what the problem is. The problem is with this thing. Get the other side of this, and he just refuses. Glenn, what do you got?
Hey boys, can I have a quart of Bambi and broccoli?
Oh,
well, there you go.
There you go, Bambi and broccoli.
There's some safe Chinese jokes for you.
Yeah, no accents, please.
Well, let's go to Anthony on Long Island.
It's right here.
Anthony!
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
What's wrong with the Chinese food we got? It tastes pretty good.
What's some of them dishes?
What's all those Chinese dishes?
We got beef and broccoli.
General Chow.
Beef lo mein. The egg roll.
Sour pork.
General Chow's yak. How awful.
All right, hey.
Sweet and sour squirrel. Creeps.
Chipmunk and broccoli.
Yuck.
Almighty.
No kidding. Why don't we do a little Big A scenario here? Is that Pink?
I think so.
She's got her rock moves, man.
What is she doing now? She's like doing a Pat Benatar with blonde hair thing.
Yeah, but she's
Sexy,
got
man.
another.
Anymore.
She's got another stupid hit song.
She's a little
man.
manly.
This chick knows how to get the hit songs out there.
She's a little manly, but
She's got her rock moves.
still doable. Oh, God, I wish I heard what they were saying.
Yes.
That banter between all of them on the Today Show.
Hopefully they're doing
was
weather,
so
and they
good.
said it's raining out. What do you have to say about that, you fat pig? And Al's like, yeah, you're right, it is.
He is getting fatter again, man.
I love it.
And he's got a yellow raincoat on. That too close to Halloween there, Al. Too close to Halloween. Looks like a giant pumpkin.
Like a school bus.
Oh, my God. All right, listen. Another Big A scenario. Big A, for the new people, Anthony, what? He can't say his ST words. We know that. He
STs
stammers
are
a
very
lot.
bad. He
Sweats a lot.
stammers.
He's a huge individual.
And he just makes sounds like, I was, I saw you yesterday on the street. Street.
And he looks like Peter Griffin. He's got he's got Peter Griffin's body. So Otto came up with this bit. It's a brilliant bit, by the way. Big A scenarios. In this scenario, Big A is the guy that has to barge in the middle of an execution and stop the execution.
Yes.
And once again,
It's, the governor made the phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Big A must have taken the call, and he's now running into the death chamber to say, please stop the execution.
right. That's all he has to say before this guy fries. This is how it went down. A Big A scenario.
All right. You being found guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree are hereby to be...
Governor Stewart Stanton has granted us
A what? What? We got to fry this guy.
us stop execution.
Oops.
Ah, perfect.
That's just so stupid. Really, it's just dumb.
Yeah, and it was Governor Stewart Stanton
I believe, yeah.
has granted a stay of execution.
Yeah.
Yes, stop the execution.
We got the Stampede one is the one that I
Yeah,
really
I
like.
like that one.
We'll play that tomorrow. We're going to the FU line as we head to break here. We were going to move on with the Opie and Anthony show, but we're getting an update on the Chinese restaurant outside of Buffalo. Wow. Wow. Let me read this one, please.
Cute story.
You guys jump in when you want, but I want all the goodness in this story. For the people just tuning in, because it happens all the time. Every 15 minutes, you get a brand new audience when you do a radio show.
Apparently.
Unless you're a psychopath that has to listen to every second of the show every day, you know who you are. Oh my God, where do I find today's show? I had a dentist appointment. What's going on with this restaurant in Buffalo?
Well,
Before the update, please.
yeah, they found a deer in the kitchen,
Oh!
which means that they were using deer meat in their dishes, which was, and, you're not supposed to do that if you're saying beef and broccoli.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be beef and broccoli, not deer meat. Right, and
to-
broccoli.
And to be fair, they're not sure if the deer was used in their dishes just yet, but come on. We could figure this one out, right?
The deer was being sliced up.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah.
All right. So
I need the knife, Mama Son. It's a sin to leave a hoof. What is it? The foot hoof? Go screw. Pesci. This Billy Bats is in the trunk. They're serving Billy Bats and broccoli.
The poor thing.
Comes a little white hair on top when you open it up. They put a little rice to look like white hair.
well,
It's funny. Hey, how come my beef and broccoli has a fender dent in it? Well, funny story. You know, believe it or not, our cook's not a great driver, and he ran into it.
And lucky us that he's not a good driver because.
Buick logo on one of the pieces of meat.
Well, listen to the update. We get to hear from the restaurant owner.
Oh,
yeah, this is coming out this morning. I guess that's an older story from yesterday. We're learning more about a Hamburg restaurant shut down after employees were found slaughtering a deer inside. It turns out the establishment has a long history of health code problems. Here's the witness account. I watched him drag it through the parking lot, and he dragged it through the front door of the China King restaurant. Jesus. And I said, this is just not right, so I reported it to the Hamburg police and reported it. You don't have to use reported twice in your
or
statement,
dragged.
Sir. Right. Health officials shut down the China King on South Park Avenue last Friday after receiving that tip. We obtained health department records for China King on that day and for the last 5 years. On the day in question, the inspector found the deer on the kitchen floor with its legs cut off and placed in the sink. There were blood marks on the floor leading from the front door into the kitchen.
What is that deer doing? They're bathing!
Yes. His legs are falling off. We're putting them back on to free him. Disgusting. They should be shot.
Yeah, that's
It was
some health code violation.
It was so disgusting, they closed the restaurant immediately. They didn't even, wait. On that same day, the inspector also found that the refrigerator, ready for this, was too warm.
So you're getting meat that isn't kept at the right temperature.
Well, being a restaurant owner, you got to take that stuff very seriously. Your fridges have to be a certain temperature.
Nobody likes a lukewarm friggy.
No.
Well, the restaurant has a history of cooling problems dating back to 2003. In 2007, the store had a cockroach problem.
Why would anyone eat here?
Yeah, who's eating at this place? Who's eating this?
Who's eating? Who are these people? Warm, cold stuff, roaches, and a dead deer being slaughtered in the kitchen. Almighty.
Wow. Hey, let's get E-Rock in here.
E to the R.
You do know somebody ate there the night before that, and they're reading this. Someone who lives in Buffalo loves this place.
Goes there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I know this Chinese food place. It's fantastic.
Yes. China King.
Yeah, China King's right down the road. Let's go. Dude, let's hit China King tonight. I'm starving. Yeah, great.